Like, I wouldn't know who he was if it wasn't for you. Like, most of these people wouldn't, when you say I'm attaching you, it's because you marketed them. Everywhere we see Flippin' NJ, there's DJ Envy. So if I'm just looking at it and I'm saying, if this is a guy that I'm investing with, I'm investing based off your likeness.
Hey, trendies, trendsetters, and my trendy tribe. Welcome to the deep dive into DJ Envy's involvement of the alleged real estate fraud. Investors Anthony Barone and Anthony Martini are accusing real estate influencers Cesar Pina and Jennifer Pina and DJ Envy of taking $1.5 million from multiple projects that never happened. In the lawsuit, the investors allege that the three individuals began evading them after the investment funds were received. They are accused of running a classic Ponzi scheme. DJ Envy is a co-host and DJ of the morning radio show The Breakfast Club. The morning show is in over 90 markets and consists of hip-hop culture, celebrity gossip, politics, and more. A mutual friend named Nit the Grit introduced Cesar Pina to DJ Envy. DJ Envy and Cesar began doing real estate seminars together. DJ Envy has had Cesar on The Breakfast Club at least 5 times over the last few years. Is Rashawn Casey, better known as DJ Envy, being used as a scapegoat, or is he as culpable as Cesar and Jennifer Pina? DJ Envy was born Rashawn Casey on September 3rd, 1977, and is from Queens, New York. DJ Envy, once named DJ Shrimp in high school due to his height at the time, which was 5'2", and his friend DJ Mono formed a duo called Envy Production. DJ Envy said, quote, "We always used to say people envied us, so we were called Envy. We weren't making no money, so he told me one day, look, I don't want to do this no more. I'm into girls. You do this. So I just kept doing it. And every time I would bring a tape, it would say Envy on it because it was both of us. So the bootleggers who would sell it was like, you got the new Envy? Oh, Envy's here. And it just stuck. Thank God, or you'd be calling me DJ Shrimp right now." End quote. He was mentored by a neighborhood DJ who introduced him to the mixtape circuit in the mid-1990s. The DJ that mentored him turned out to be DJ Clue. In an interview, DJ Envy recalled, quote, "My neighbor at the time was a DJ, and I didn't know what he did. All I knew is he drove fancy cars and had nice jewelry. So one day, when I was waiting for the school bus, I stopped his car and I was like, what do you do?" End quote. DJ Envy said the neighbor/DJ asked him to come by the house after school. He said he thought there would have been some illegal activity going on, but the neighbor revealed to him that he was a DJ, and that's when the DJ revealed himself to be DJ Clue. DJ Envy had one of his big breaks landing a job as a mixer on Hot 97 once a month for a show called Taking It to the Streets. Taking It to the Streets was hosted by Angie Martinez from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. He filled in for Angie Martinez when she became pregnant. Later, he co-hosted Hot 97's morning show with Miss Jones from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. daily. The morning show ended in 2008 when Miss Jones moved to Philadelphia. DJ Envy ended up spinning on his own mix shows on Hot 97. The show was called The People's Mix, and it aired on Saturdays from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., and he had a show called The People's Choice Hit List that aired on Sundays from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. He also had a segment on Hot 97 called New at 2, where he played the newest hits from 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. He hosted his own midday show on Power 105 before joining Charlamagne Tha God and Angela Yee to create the show The Breakfast Club in 2010. DJ Envy said, quote, "We brought on Charlamagne, we brought on Angela Yee, and we came up with all these different names. Illuminati in the morning, the Big Three, and all these different things. And somebody came up with the idea, The Breakfast Club, and it stuck. And 10 years later, we still here." End quote. On an episode of In the Know, Money with Marseille Martin, DJ Envy briefly explained how he got into real estate. He said, quote, "I love real estate because you can always get paid and you can use real estate to continue to get money. I purchased my first investment property in Detroit. At the time, properties were only $10,000. I bought that property for $10,000. I held it, and I wound up selling it for $180,000. End quote. He went on to explain, quote, "Then you buy a 2-family house. Let's say a 2-family house is $200,000. Usually you have to put 10% down. 10% of $200,000 is $20,000. So that means you owe $180,000. You have to pay that off in 30 years. Paying it off in 30 years, your mortgage or your rent will be $2,000. You live on one floor, you rent out the top floor. The person that pays the rent on the top floor pays you mortgage, taxes, and all your bills, so now you're living rent-free and you own a property, end quote. DJ Envy interviewed Cesar Pina on an episode of The Breakfast Club on October 15, 2018. During the episode, DJ Envy said that he was introduced to Cesar Pina via a friend named Nit the Grit. Nit the Grit owned the label Fetty Wap was signed to.
The dope thing about Cesar, and shout out to Nit, which is he was signed to Fetty Wap is signed to Nit.
He and DJ Envy must have hit it off because they soon began doing seminars together, and according to DJ Envy, they are business partners. Cesar Pina refers to himself as a self-educated street guy. When he was in prison, he says he met a guy who told him about real estate. In the interview with Bigger Pockets, he stated, quote, "Back in 2008, when everybody was running away from real estate, that's when I jumped in, and I started with the smaller properties, flipping properties, more rental properties, got into commercial properties, then kept on going. Now we have about 1,600 rental units in the whole US, and we flip about 50 to 80 single-family homes a year. And now we're also developing bigger buildings, a 50 unit, a 60 unit, a 80 unit, and a 100 unit, end quote. On Thursday, July 6, 2023, a civil action complaint was filed. Anthony Barone and Anthony Martini, plaintiffs versus Cesar Pina, Jennifer Pina, Taylor Court Apartments, LLC, Flip2Dao, LLC, Rashawn Case, aka DJ Envy, Jane and John Does 1 through 10. In this segment, we will review the complaint against the defendants to include DJ Envy in detail. All statements that are read within this chapter are directly from the publicly filed complaint. Cesar Pina and Jennifer Pina and their confederates convinced plaintiffs to invest $1.5 million into Taylor Apartments based on numerous false promises and fraudulent statements. Taylor Apartments was represented as the next great real estate investment opportunity being pursued by the Pinas, who have gained notoriety as successful real estate flippers and are more commonly known by their real estate venture, Flipping NJ. The Pinas did not stop with Taylor Apartments. Apparently emboldened, they next solicited plaintiffs to purchase fractional shares of real estate, marketing the investment opportunity as a real estate investment trust called Flip2Dao, using similar fraudulent tactics. Plaintiff Barone invested $300,000. Unfortunately, over 3 years later, the Pinas have disappeared, and so has the money invested by plaintiffs with nothing to show for their investments. Cesar Pina is the sole manager of Taylor Apartments. Jennifer Pina is the majority owner of Taylor Apartments. Rashawn Casey, aka DJ Envy, is a business partner of the Pinas and a promoter of the Taylor Apartments development project and the Flip2Dao investment. In 2018, Barone heard DJ Envy on Power 105.1 talking about his successful real estate investments and partnership with the Pinas to buy undervalued homes in Patterson, renovate them, and flip them for sale or rent them for positive cash flow on a short-term investment. DJ Envy also promoted his investments with the Pinas on his Instagram account. Beginning in late 2019, Cesar, Jennifer, and DJ Envy specifically promoted the opportunity separately to Barone and Martini to invest in Taylor Apartments, which involved the development of 50 apartment units located at 555 Main Street, Patterson, New Jersey, aka the Taylor Apartments Project. In September 2019, Cesar sent Martini a certificate of formation and stock purchase agreement for Martini to purchase 25% of Taylor Apartments, which was the entity to own and develop the Taylor Apartments project. Jennifer held the remaining 75% interest in Taylor Apartments. The Pinas represented that the Taylor Apartments project was already funded with a $2.5 million investment from Jennifer and a $3.5 million construction loan, which would cover the anticipated $5.6 million construction cost. Martini's investment will be used to cover any cost overruns and operating costs until the units were rented or sold. In late 2019, Barone had lunch with DJ Envy, Cesar, and others at the Hunt and Fish Club in New York City to discuss possible real estate investments. During that lunch, Cesar and DJ Envy presented Barone with the various investment opportunities that they were working on together. One of the opportunities promoted by DJ Envy and Cesar to Barone was the Taylor Apartments project. Based on that conversation and what he had previously heard from DJ Envy on his show on Power 105.1, Barone was interested in potentially investing with them and agreed to continue discussing possible investments. On December 2nd, 2019, Cesar confirmed the terms of the Taylor apartment project, including that the purchase price for the vacant property was $500,000 and that the value of the project along with township approvals was already $1.5 million. Exhibit B, a true and correct copy of Cesar's December 2nd, 2019 email to Barone. Cesar simultaneously promoted 2 other similar real estate investment opportunities with the redevelopment of 2 school properties, each with projected annual rental incomes in excess of $1 million. To further entice Barone to invest in DJ Envy's and the Pina's projects, the Pinas invited Barone and others on a tour of their projects in Patterson. In early 2020, the Pinas and DJ Envy spent approximately 4 hours giving Barone, his friend, Aiton Sugarman, DJ Clue, and Gary Vaynerchuk, aka Gary V, a tour of all their investments properties in Patterson. After the Patterson tour, Cesar offered Barone the opportunity to invest in the Taylor Apartments project. Cesar represented to Barone that construction of the project would be completed in early 2021. Cesar initially requested a $1 million investment for a 25% ownership stake. However, Barone was not willing to invest $1 million. Instead, they agreed that Barone would invest $500,000 for a 12.5% interest. According to the Pinas, the $7 million in then existing assets and Barone's $500,000 investment were more than sufficient to cover all of the costs to complete construction of the Taylor Apartments project and to fund operating costs until all the units could be sold or rented. In April 2020, Cesar provided Barone with a cash flow chart and construction schedule, among other documents, to confirm the status and timeline for the Taylor Apartments project. Those documents confirmed net profits of over $900,000 per year. The documents further estimated construction costs of approximately $5.6 million. Notably, the cost for the foundation was estimated to be only $650,000. On May 6, 2020, Jennifer and Barone executed an operating agreement for Taylor Court Apartments, LLC, along with other documents confirming Barone's purchase of 12.5% of the company from Jennifer. As Martini was already a member of the company, his signature was required on the Taylor Apartments operating agreement and the resolution of unanimous consent. Martini's signature was not immediately provided, but following several requests by Barone, Cesar emailed documents purporting to contain Martini's signature. Martini did not sign those documents, and upon information and belief, one of the Pinas forged his signature. Cesar instructed Barone to wire his $500,000 investment to another one of the Pinas companies, Warehouse LLC, at its bank, JP Morgan. To bolster his credibility, Cesar promoted on Instagram his connections with celebrities like Snoop Dogg, Nicky Jam, 50 Cent, Gary V, and his book. Soon after Barone invested his money, Cesar advised him that the COVID pandemic created construction delays and would extend the construction schedule. In late 2021, Cesar told Barone that construction was beginning and they would continue to build straight through 2022 to complete the Taylor Apartments project. Cesar told Barone that the incident had actually caused rent prices to skyrocket and to be patient as they would now make more money than Cesar originally represented. In November 2021, he told Martini that everything is moving. Guys are there nonstop every day working on the construction. In late December 2021, Cesar told Martini that everything is moving, finishing plumbing, foundation done. In reality, no construction was done during 2020 and most of 2021. In early 2022, Cesar repeatedly advised Barone that construction was underway and would be completed that year. In February 2022, Cesar repeated the same story to Martini that construction was underway, workers were actively building, and the project should now be completed by November 2022. More excuses ensued. During the summer of 2022, Cesar represented to Barone that construction on the Taylor Apartments project was moving along nicely and would be completed by the end of the year or by January 2023 at the latest. At that same time, and growing frustrated, Martini repeatedly complained to Cesar about the constant delays in the project. After receiving no responses from Cesar for several months, Martini drove past the project in August 2022 and saw that no construction progress had been made for over a year. Martini then began to demand the return of his money from Cesar. Cesar responded that he needed to refinance the debt on the project, and as soon as he could do so, he would repay Martini his entire investment. In the fall of 2022, Cesar represented to Martini that construction work had begun again and the steel support beams would be installed soon. During 2023, Martini repeatedly demanded to be repaid and for information about the status of the refinancing. Cesar delayed, obfuscated, and or simply did not respond to the inquiries. To date, only the foundation has been poured and no other construction has started. As of June 2023, this is the current condition of the Taylor Apartments project. Flip2Dao. After successfully procuring plaintiffs' investments in the Taylor Apartments project, Cesar began pitching a new investment opportunity to the plaintiffs. In early 2022, Cesar told Barone about an idea he had to allow people to use crypto and or credit cards to own fractional shares in a building for as low as $100. Cesar promoted this as a great opportunity because it can be available to anyone and allows people to start off small with real estate investing. In April 2022, Cesar sent Barone a pitch deck promoting this new crypto investment opportunity, which he called Flip2Dao. That same month, Cesar also pitched the Flip2Dao investment to Martini. The pitch deck misrepresented that the Flip2Dao investment was led by the following team members: Cesar Pina, the founder; Jennifer Pina, founder; Johnny Marines, co-founder, fund manager; DJ Envy, co-founder; Stephen C. Terrell, Morgan Lewis, general counsel; Marcus Asante, managing partner, Birchcrest Advisors; and Armando Juan Pantoja, software engineer. In response to questions from Barone, Cesar misrepresented that the attorney Stephen Terrell was part of the team precisely to ensure that Flip2Dao complied with all SEC requirements and other laws related to fractional investing. Cesar represented to Barone that Jose Rodriguez, aka the credit dude, had already invested in the Flip2Dao investment. Cesar represented to Barone that he and DJ Envy were giving away a house in Patterson with the opportunity to win open to members of the Flip2Dao investment only to induce and accelerate investments. At Cesar's suggestion, Barone watched the promotional video of DJ Envy and Cesar promoting the opportunity to invest in Flip2Dao and to win the house. Cesar later posted a video on Instagram announcing that Nadine Barker, a woman in her 70s and a first-time real estate investor, was the winner of the Flip2Dao house giveaway. Cesar promised Barone returns for the Flip2Dao investment would be between 3 and 6 times his investment within 1 year. On May 31st, 2022, Cesar misrepresented to Barone that 1,500 people had already invested in Flip2Dao investment. Exhibit F is a true and correct copy of a text message sent from Cesar to Barone on May 31st, 2022. In June 2022, Cesar told Barone that if he wanted to get in on Flip2Dao investment, he needed to do it immediately and he would be the last person allowed to invest. Barone stated he wanted his lawyer to review the contract first, but his lawyer was away. Cesar pressured Barone to wire the money anyway because the opportunity was closing and he could not wait for the attorney to review the contract. Barone then wired $300,000 to Flip2Dao's account at PNC Bank on June 10th, 2022. On June 24th, 2022, DJ Envy invited the Pinas to be guests on his radio show, The Breakfast Club, on Power 105.1 FM, which is also streamed on YouTube. During the show, DJ Envy explained that during many of the seminars that he and Cesar hosted, people would ask how they could co-invest with him and Cesar. He stated that previously they never offered audience members an opportunity to co-invest with him and Cesar, but now Cesar came up with a way to allow people to invest with him. Cesar then touted their Flip2Dao investment as the solution for people without a lot of money to invest with he and DJ Envy. DJ Envy explained that previously he did not want to take money from anyone else for investments, but now with the Flip2Dao investment, there, quote, will be a way whereby people can invest and be a part owner on some of the projects that we actually buy, end quote.
That's the main thing with the site. And then also, which is the biggest thing, is people always ask, how can I invest with you guys? And we never take anybody's money. And the reason being is I don't want to be responsible for anybody's money. And that's celebrity, that's athletes, that's anybody. But now there will be a way where people can actually invest and be a part owner on some of the projects that we actually buy.
Think about it right now. You have $100 in the bank. How much interest do you earn a year on that $100?
0.000000008.
Okay, so if you have
He made that
$100,
number up.
I did, but it's about. I'm somewhere around there though.
I don't want anybody to think that was a fact.
It's close to it. That's not a fact. It's somewhere around there though.
so you take $100, right? You buy a share in Flip2Dao, right? Now that $100, on average right now, our returns on our real estate investments are anywhere between 16% to, let's say, about 22%, right? Let's say a year. So that means on that $100, you'll make $18 a year.
Within the bank, you'll make about
$0.
In another post, DJ Envy confirmed in no uncertain terms that he was a, quote, partner of the Pinas in connection with flipping NJ. As a promo video featuring DJ Envy and Cesar posted on the Instagram account for Flip2Dao reflects, DJ Envy states, quote, "You could partner with us on some deals, make some money with us, your partner," end quote. In September 2022, in response to Baron's question about the investors in Flip2Dao investment, Cesar represented that he, Jennifer, and DJ Envy were the majority owners. On December 21st, 2022, an operating agreement of Flip2Dao, doing business as Flip2Dao, was executed by Cesar, Jennifer, and Baron, reflecting Baron's 1% interest in the company. Flip2Dao also was required to provide quarterly and annual reports reflecting the accounts receivable, deliverables, and activities of the company. Cesar and Jennifer never provided any quarterly or annual report to Baron. In late May 2023, Tony the Closer Robinson began posting on Instagram information about Cesar Pina, Jennifer Pina, and DJ Envy running a $13+ million Ponzi scheme for investors. He posted numerous photos and videos containing information that he received from victims of the Ponzi schemes. After seeing Tony the Closer's post, Baron called DJ Envy to confront him. Remarkably, and notwithstanding that he was listed as a co-founder on the pitch deck and the Flip2Dao website and had expressly promoted his involvement with Flip2Dao on his show, The Breakfast Club, DJ Envy denied any involvement in the Flip2Dao investment. Baron then called Johnny Marines, who had been listed in the Flip2Dao pitch deck as a co-founder and fund manager of the Flip2Dao investment. Marines likewise stated that he is not a part of the Flip2Dao investment and has nothing to do with it. After learning this, Baron contacted Stephen Terrell, Esquire of Morgan Lewis, the purported Boston-based general counsel to the Flip2Dao investment. Terrell indicated that his firm, quote, has not been engaged as counsel to Flip2Dao, end quote. Upon information and belief, Terrell was listed without his knowledge or consent to make the investment appear legitimate and lawful. On May 30th, 2023, Tony the Closer removed all of his social media posts relating to the Ponzi schemes purportedly run by the Pinas. On May 31st, 2023, he created a new post stating in part, quote, "You can lose your life over exposing this blank." Upon information and belief, Tony the Closer deleted his post about the Ponzi schemes because his and his family's lives were threatened for having exposed that information. Around the same time, other victims of the Pinas began to share their stories. One anonymous poster stated that Cesar stole $1 million from her. Jose, the credit dude Rodriguez, posted that he invested $150,000 into Flip2Dao based on false statements by Cesar and only received the return of his initial investment after threatening to publicly expose Cesar's fraud. On May 15, 2023, Amy Flips LLC filed a lawsuit, Amy Flips LLC versus From Start to Flipping LLC et al. In New Jersey Superior Court against Cesar, Jennifer, and another one of their real estate investment companies, accusing them of fraudulently inducing a $500,000 investment. On May 31st, 2023, Baron and Pina spoke. Cesar accused Tony the Closer of lying. Baron demanded the return of all his investments in the Flip2Dao investment and the Taylor Apartments project by June 6, 2023. Baron told Cesar that if Cesar did not return his money, Baron would involve law enforcement. Cesar responded by stating, quote, "Bro, if I go to jail, then nobody is going to get paid," end quote. The Pinas have not responded to any additional requests for information or return of funds. As far as Baron can determine, the Pinas simply took his money for their own personal uses or to pay off other victims of earlier schemes. On June 14, 2023, counsel for Barone and Martini demanded access to the books and records of Taylor Apartments and Flip2Dao in accordance with the respective operating agreements. Cesar and Jennifer did not respond to the demand and did not make any company records available. Cesar and Jennifer have failed to pay municipal taxes on 555 Main Street and have allowed tax liens to be filed against the property, putting the property at risk of tax lien foreclosure. Cesar and Jennifer have provided no documentation of the current finances, assets, or liabilities of Taylor Apartments or Flip2Dao. Cesar and Jennifer Pina have not responded to requests for information about these projects. DJ Envy similarly has provided no information about the status of such investments beyond merely denying his involvement. There are 7 total counts cited. I will cover the 5th count that addresses specifically DJ Envy. 5th count, aiding and abetting against Rashawn Casey and Jane and John Doe's. Acting in concert with the Pinas, defendant Rashawn Casey and other Jane and John Doe's, whose identities are not currently known, aided and abetted and rendered substantial assistance to the Pinas in committing the underlying fraud by using his public likeness as a well-known radio disc jockey to promote their real estate investment scheme and influence plaintiffs' decisions to invest in the Taylor Apartments project and Flip2Dao investments, as well as the investment decisions of the greater public. Representing himself to be a partner of the Pinas to garner the interest of actual and prospective investors like plaintiffs. Co-hosting, quote, educational investment seminars with Cesar to not only give the impression of legitimacy, but coax individuals into becoming investment partners with himself and the Pinas. Serving as co-founder of the Flip2Dao investment alongside the Pinas as reflected on the pitch deck. Participating in a members-only house giveaway alongside Cesar to encourage investors such as plaintiffs to participate in the Flip2Dao investment, and which prize was ultimately awarded to an investor in her 70s who had never invested in real estate before. Casey, as well as Jane and John Doe's, presently unknown, undertook such actions as intended that the plaintiffs rely on said misrepresentations in order to lure them into the investment scheme described in detail above, with full knowledge of and his contribution to or furtherance of the primary fraud. But for Casey's role in lending legitimacy to the real estate investments and portraying himself as a partner of the Pinas, plaintiffs would not have invested their money. As a result of Casey's deliberate acts and omissions, which aided and abetted and rendered substantial assistance to the fraud committed by the Pinas, plaintiffs have been directly and proximately damaged. As of August 5th, 2023, in an article published by Hip Hop Wired and citing the Shade Room, DJ Envy is pushing back on the claims filed against him and saying that he too was a victim of the Pinas' alleged fraudulent dealings and that he was never an employee or representative for Taylor Company or Flip2Dao. DJ Envy claims that he also lost money dealing with Cesar and Jennifer to the tune of $500,000, which he said he was scammed out of while working with the couple on a separate project. Envy said he was promised a return on his initial investment within 1 year, along with a monthly dividend of about $17,000, but to date he said he hasn't received a dime. Now he's asking the court to dismiss the case with prejudice. DJ Envy says that he believes the plaintiffs intentionally included him in the lawsuit solely to exploit the fact that he is a well-known individual and to sensationalize the case. The documents also include text messages between Anthony Barone and DJ Envy, where Barone opened up about the issues he was having with the Pinas. Envy believes that Barone was reaching out to see if he could obtain additional information regarding Cesar and his wife, but Envy explained that he was not involved with the Pinas with respect to the Taylor Apartments project and Flip2Dao. Cesar corroborated Envy's story, agreeing that the Breakfast Club co-host is not and never was a member of Flip2Dao. He went on to say that Anthony Barone, his wife, and himself are the only members of Flip2Dao. However, Flip2Dao may have included Mr. Casey's name in a certain flip deck discussing the business, a move that was done without his knowledge and consent.
The fact of the matter is that you know that Cesar been doing bad business, and you just right now really trying to distance yourself because you don't want to be implicated with it. You know that he's people over. He you over. He owes you money. You told me last night he owes you money.